The Atlantic is buzzing this Monday, September 29th, 2025, with two major storms, Tropical Storm Alda and Hurricane Umberto. Alda is lashing the Bahamas with heavy rain and gusty winds, while Umberto, a powerful Category 5 hurricane, churns far out in the Atlantic. Umberto isn't threatening land, but its presence is steering Alda's path. These two storms are shaping a complex weather pattern across the Atlantic. Umberto's strength is actually good news for the US East Coast, helping to keep Alda's core offshore. Still, coastal impacts are expected. We'll break down Alda's track, its impacts on the Bahamas, and what the US Southeast, Bermuda, and the Caribbean can expect. Understanding how Umberto is guiding Alda is key to the forecast this week. For millions along the coast, the next few days will be all about watching these storms interact. We'll also look ahead to see what else could be brewing in the tropics. Stay tuned as we dive into the details of Alda's impacts, Umberto's influence, and the threats facing the Atlantic basin. Let's get started. Graphic map showing both storms' positions. Cut to next scene. The northern and central Bahamas are taking the brunt of Tropical Storm Alda. Slow-moving storms like Alda can dump relentless rain, over 8 inches in some spots, raising the risk of flash flooding. Freeport and New Providence are seeing tropical storm conditions, with gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Residents should stay indoors and avoid flooded roads. The storm is sitting over warm Gulf Stream waters, which could help it strengthen into a strong tropical storm, or even a low-end hurricane by Tuesday. Alda may stall briefly before turning north and then northeast, heading out to sea. This track keeps the center offshore of the US Southeast, reducing the risk of a direct landfall. However, the storm will still pass close enough to bring impacts to the coast. Southern Bahamas and Turks and Caicos are largely spared, while the northern islands should see improvement by late Monday into Tuesday. Flooding remains the biggest concern for the Bahamas as Alda slowly pulls away. Graphic rainfall forecast for the Bahamas. Cut to next scene. Hurricane Umberto, a recent Category 5, is a massive force over the open Atlantic. While it's far from land, Umberto's size and strength are shaping the entire weather pattern. Its presence is carving out a path in the atmosphere, steering Alda away from the US coast, a classic Fujiwara effect. Without Umberto, Alda could have threatened the southeast directly. Umberto's influence is a rare case where a major hurricane actually protects the coast. Even so, Umberto is generating huge waves and dangerous surf for the US East Coast and Bermuda. You don't need a direct hit to feel a hurricane's power. Umberto proves that. Graphic animation of storm steering. Cut to next scene. Even with Alda offshore, the southeast coast from Florida to North Carolina faces real threats. Expect heavy surf, high rip current risk, and beach erosion from the combined effects of Alda and Umberto. Coastal flooding is likely, especially during high tides, with low-lying roads and properties at risk. Residents should move vehicles to higher ground and secure outdoor items. Rain bands from Alda could bring 4–6 inches of rain to the Carolinas, with isolated higher amounts raising the risk of inland flooding. Stay out of the water. Rip currents will be life-threatening. Pay attention to local advisories and weather updates. While a direct hit is unlikely, coastal impacts are serious and require preparation. Graphic coastal impact zones. Cut to next scene, 13. Bermuda is next in Alda's path, with impacts expected Wednesday into Thursday. Prepare for tropical storm or even hurricane conditions. The storm may weaken slightly, but strong winds and heavy rain are likely. In the Caribbean, lingering moisture from Alda brings more rain and flooding risk to Jamaica, eastern Cuba, and Haiti. Puerto Rico and the Lesser Antilles will see scattered showers, but nothing organized for now. Looking ahead, the Gulf of Mexico could see late-season development as warm waters build. An area to watch closely. The Atlantic remains active, but no immediate threats are emerging from Africa's tropical waves. The next storm names are Jerry, Karen, and Lorenzo. Hurricane season runs through November 30th. Stay prepared and keep your hurricane kit ready. We'll keep you updated as the tropics evolve. End graphic. Stay safe, stay informed.